I'm normally the person who starts the chats, plans the dates, so it was nice to...
Let someone else do the work for once?
Weirdly, yeah.
I mean, the rave was a surprise.
I just wasn't ready to go home, you know?
I wasn't either. By date 6, we'd done every activity in Santa Monica.
So crazy, but so fun.
Blog Talk Radio.
Live from Los Angeles, the Win Without Competing show with Dr. Arlene Barrow, career coach 1 and author of Win Without Competing. I'm Dr. Arlene. Welcome to my show. I will teach you how to use my Right Fit method, which will empower you to achieve your career and life goals. I've been talking about the election. 2 candidates want to become President of the United States. They are searching for a job. Let's learn more about their strategies and my analysis of what they should do to win. Capturing the undecided voters. Here's how. The Untold Story, which I will confide in you right now. Both campaigns are vigorously fighting to win. The undecided voters could determine the election. Why? Neither candidate has closed the deal yet. The horse race continues. November 4th is almost here, and the voters must decide who will be our next president. Capturing the undecided voters could significantly impact the outcome of the election. Here's the untold story. To evaluate a candidate's ideas, the voter must first perform 5 intellectual behaviors, from the simplest to the most complex, in sequence. Recall information, knowledge, understand a concept, comprehension, use a concept in a new situation, application, compare and contrast ideas, analysis, combine concepts, synthesis. To make judgments, evaluation. Our minds go through all of these steps first, according to educational psychologist Benjamin Bloom. He created Bloom's taxonomy, which has been the standard classification system for intellectual behavior since the 1950s. Let's apply Bloom's taxonomy to capture the undecided voters. They are, I believe, intellectually stuck somewhere between steps 1 and 4. The pundits and the media focus on step 4, analysis. They compare and contrast the candidates, which adds to the voters' confusion. The candidates compare and contrast each other, creating more confusion. Moreover, the candidates' messages are inconsistent, contain factual errors, and misleading statements. One candidate talks about reading every line of the federal budget if elected. That's impossible. How is he going to read more than 50,000 pages? Think about that. As for capital gains taxes on small businesses, there are none. How can they be eliminated? Think about that. Both have decided that they will balance the budget. One candidate maintains he can do this in 4 years. I'm sure that the other candidate will agree that he will do this too. balancing the budget in 4 years is mission impossible unless extreme measures are taken. Think about what extreme measures would be acceptable to you. The media, pundits, and the candidates do not present the information that voters need to synthesize a cohesive picture of what each candidate will achieve. Instead, they have created confusion rather than harmony, which the voters need to make their decisions. It's time to end voter confusion. Here's what each candidate must do to capture more votes. Focus on doable achievements, not plans or solutions, which frequently don't work out successfully. Think about the morgues that are filled with the dead who had highly successful surgeries, but then they died. If you're scratching your head wondering why, the answer is simple. We make the erroneous assumption that if the process, what we do, looks good, that the outcome, what we achieve, will automatically be successful. What we do does not necessarily lead to the desired outcomes. Pumping billions into the economy is a solution. The question is, what will it achieve? Both candidates must stop focusing on each other, seeking to illuminate their similarities and differences. If the voters try to compare and contrast both candidates, they may discover that the mentality of best doesn't work. If you compare and contrast two rotten apples and pick one, you have selected the best, which is still a rotten apple. The voters need to evaluate each candidate's projected achievements and determine the extent to which it matches their expectations. We would all agree that stabilizing the economy would be a laudable achievement for our next president. Finally, each candidate needs to focus totally on himself. Each candidate should adopt the philosophy of compete with yourself, never against others, and you will win without competing by raising the bar higher and higher. Play your own game should be the mantra of each candidate. The prize is the presidency. Change your mindset to the right fit method, and you will change your life. That's what I want to talk about now, how you can start implementing this mindset. Think about Senators McCain and Obama. If each were running by himself, what would the goal be? You're probably saying, this sounds ridiculous. No, think about it. It's not ridiculous. What's the goal? The goal is to achieve or to capture a certain number of electoral votes. If the goal was to capture all of the votes yourself, what would you do? You would have to raise the bar and figure out what to do to get all of those votes. It's that mindset that Senators McCain and Obama should be employing right now. And it's that mindset that I want you to start using. So from my perspective, there is no competition. There's only yourself. You're going to continue to raise the bar until you yourself get to the goal that you have set for yourself. Let's think about how you can practice doing that. What do you do on a daily basis that you are not satisfied with as far as an achievement. Perhaps you exercise and you want to walk more. Or perhaps you lift weights and you want to lift weights that are heavier. What are you going to do? You're going to create a plan so that step by step you will get to your goal. Think about all the ways you can raise the bar in every aspect of your life. What do I really want you to do? I really want you to never again think about anything but the right fit mindset, so that you no longer think about comparing and contrasting. You no longer ask the question, who is the best? Once you do that, that is, focus totally on one mindset, the right fit, we will be able to work together to help you accomplish your goals. Let's think about how you would approach this in your career. You're looking for a new job. Perhaps you were downsized, or you may be concerned that downsizing is imminent. What are you going to do? The first thing you're going to do is say, this is an opportunity for me to think through my career and make a decision as to whether I want to search for the same type of position, or perhaps this is an opportunity for me to do something that I've been dreaming about for many years. Perhaps I've been an employee and want to become an entrepreneur. But then I need to think through, do I have what it takes to become an entrepreneur? Let me share with you Jason's story, which you can read in full in my book, Win Without Competing. Jason is a UCLA grad. He is the CEO of a company that initially started with a couple of employees and today has approximately 300 employees in California with several offices. What his company does, Eureka, is they tutor high school students on how to succeed in getting the highest scores that each person is capable of getting on the SAT exams. He doesn't teach the students to compare and contrast themselves with anyone else. He only teaches them to raise the bar higher and higher so their scores get higher and higher. Now, how did Jason basically figure out how to take this approach? Well, it started early in. I will tell you more about Jason next time. I would love to hear from you. How can my Right Fit method help you? Let me know if you'd like to tell your story on my show. Join me again on Wednesday, November 12th at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will talk about how to overcome cold call phobia to warm up your job search. My guest will be job seeker Andy O'Hearn, a corporate communications leader who is phone phobic about cold calling because He associates it with telemarketing and thus fears rejection. Until next time, remember this trigger tip. Change your mindset to the right fit method, and you will change your life. Until next time, Dr. Arlene signing off for today.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or from a former client? Maybe an outdated news article? Search engines don't always get it right. For right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. Take control with Reputation Defender. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-811-4975 to speak to an expert.
Ranked #1 in innovation 10 consecutive years, Arizona State University isn't just ahead of the curve. It's creating new paths to success. Learn from notable clinical and research faculty. Online, that's a degree better. Explore programs at asuonline.asu.edu.